especially when you're struggling with lust. I don't want to fall. I don't want to go and do these things, but I do them anyway. Why? It's like an internal battle back and forth in your mind of, I really don't want to do this thing, but then I find myself doing it over and over and over again, and I just don't quite understand it. Paul writes about this in the entirety of Romans 7. But I want to highlight what he says in verse 20, because I think it's extremely important for us to actually understand, why are we still struggling with sin in our lives? Like, why are we still even sinning in general when we've given our life to Christ? And what Paul writes in verse 20, he says, now if I sin, it is no longer I who sins, but the sin that dwells in me. The sin that dwells in me. That's a very, very, very important thing to remember, is that when you sin after you have given your life to Jesus, it is no longer you who commits the sin, but the sin that dwells in you. And I think this is very significant, because in the prior chapter in Romans 6, Paul writes on and on about how when we give our lives to Jesus, we are no longer slaves of sin, but we are now slaves of righteousness.